Howdy ho there, partner. I'm going to talk like this the whole entire episode, and then you're going to leave after 10 seconds. Hey, what's going on? This is Becker, and welcome to our final episode in OMG Week. It's going to be really dang cool, because in this episode, we're going to be getting into how a woman named Liz is making over $1 million per month, ranking in Google, and then selling her own products from Amazon. This is something I've never seen before, frankly. There's only a few people doing this. The numbers are minute, and it is just a huge, this is just the new thing in SEO. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. It's the new thing in SEO. It's the new Google AdSense. It's the new thing that is going to be making people millions and millions of dollars. And we're really the first vlog, blog, YouTube channel, whatever, that's going to be sharing this with anybody. So you really need to pay attention in this episode, because what we've twisted Liz's arm into doing, I think that's proper English, we've twisted her to coming on and showing exactly how she's doing this business with YouTube rankings and everything. Now, of course, we can't get her to share everything, but anything that's being shared right now is completely brand new information that you've probably never seen before. And again, this is from a group of people from OMG. This is a community of SEOs, which I'm also part of, which I firmly believe is taught by the best SEOs on the planet, bar none. Some of the stuff you see in the latest episodes of Source TV, the stuff you're going to see in this episode of Source TV, is stuff with such high profit margins, with such high ROIs, it's just absolutely insane. So if you are into insane stuff, okay, you like crazy ROIs and stuff like that, be sure to register for the webinar we're going to be having next week below. Again, if you click the register button right now and the webinar is already done, you'll be taken to the replays. Though some stuff will be blacked out because we can't share everything on YouTube and stuff like that. We can't go out there and post replays and then share everything. There's going to be some stuff in the webinars we only want to share with people in the webinars, and then it's done. It's gone forever. So be sure to register so you can see all the good juicy content. I'm going to be giving away a ton of free stuff as well. So without further ado, we're just going to get straight into this video, because this is something that's brand new to me. It's absolutely shocking. There's a few people already making $1 million per month that I know from this tactic. Now that's gross. It's not $1 million total right there, but they're still making $400,000, $500,000 per month profit, which is pretty dang cool for someone ranking in Google and just selling their own affiliate stuff. So if you're interested in this, let's just get straight into it.
Hey, this is Mike Long here, and Alex Becker asked me and Liz to sit down and spill the beans on a really powerful SEO method. This is something that works really, really powerfully for Amazon. It can also work great for SEO client consulting and for affiliate marketing as well. Liz, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Mike. I'm happy to be here.
Hey,
excited, actually.
Yeah, this is going to be really cool. So a lot of people don't know about this, about how powerful YouTube video can be, this particular method that you've concocted. And you were already having some success, like a good amount of success. I think you were already into 6 figures per month on Amazon before you found out about this. But this is one of the things that really helped you take things to the next level. What are we talking about?
What I basically did is I actually went to a seminar not too long ago where a guy spoke. It was probably about a year ago. A guy talked about a guy that was a media buyer was talking to me about this site where it was like a big site on media buying. And so I started to kind of look through that site, and one of the things that came across and I noticed was the fact that they talked about how the number one site that people go to look for reviews is actually not Amazon, it's YouTube. So it kind of like gave me an idea, and then along when I actually got a chance to meet you in Vegas, the two things kind of clicked and gave me an idea on how to actually get some more traffic for my products that I was selling on Amazon at the time. And when I actually combined those two with a couple other things, it kind of sort of catapulted me to the next level. So it worked. It was a really powerful combination that worked really well.
So at that time, about a year ago, where were you ballpark per month with your Amazon business? Do you even remember back that far?
Yeah, it was probably just around the 100,000 mark a month.
Okay.
So it was still doing pretty well, but I wanted to do a lot better, obviously.
Yeah, and what you said is really interesting. So to let the cat out of the bag for Source TV viewers. You've now at this point made as much as over $1 million in a single month on Amazon in between now and then.
Right.
So that's nuts. And that's at around a ballpark of 40-45% profit margin, something in there. So now, Liz, just so it doesn't evade anybody, of course, OMG were really well known as Google search engine specialists. We also are very good at ranking items number one on the Amazon search engine. But what you're saying is, hey, that stuff is great, and you do it. You rank on Google and Amazon all the time. But what you're saying is, listen, YouTube is actually the second most used search engine in the world overall. And for reviews, it's literally the number one review search engine, more than Google, more than Amazon, more than Bing and Yahoo. It's more than, because people, if they're looking for something like, let's say, Elite Serum right here, then they want to see somebody get on video and talk about it, and not just read a text review.
Right, and I think that when you actually look for that on YouTube, you're expecting to get somebody that's really a real person and genuine, and they're giving you their honest opinion about a product. So I think it becomes that much more powerful than, say, for example, I see a lot of people always doing these Fiverr video reviews that are blatantly obvious that it's a fake person.
Yeah.
So I think that's why YouTube is that much more powerful, because a lot of people, they kind of can associate with that person. They kind of sort of think that they know that person because they're seeing them. So it becomes all that much more powerful for a review to be left on YouTube than it does just on Amazon. And we're even talking about reviews where people don't even show their face, where they're just kind of playing with, let's say it's a phone case or something, because people can actually see the product in action, and they can hear somebody talking about the qualities of the product and if it's good quality versus it being bad quality. So I think altogether YouTube is definitely the most popular place for reviews. That people would assume it's Amazon, but it's not.
Yeah, so that's a real hack for when it comes to Amazon, and we can also, and we're going to show in a second how we can also use this on Google very, very effectively. So one of the things I was thinking about when you were talking is that you've been able to go into meetings, and this is something that I think is also very powerful for client consulting. And you'll rank a video right in front of people sometimes. Well, it was funny. You and I were actually at a $2,000 per person internet marketing event. It was an Amazon event in near Miami, and this is a few months ago. And somebody, one of the speakers got on stage, and he said that he was, good enough on YouTube to be dangerous. And he said that you can't expect fast rankings with your videos. I think he said that you have to. Did he say 60 to 90 days or something like that it takes?
Yeah, he did say that. He did.
And it was funny because you and I had just ranked some stuff that day, in seconds, and everyone knew it. So it was kind of wacky. Let me pull up an example. I don't have an Amazon example that I've done just in the last couple of days, but I do have something. Actually, let me pull up. I'm going to pull up a Google Incognito window. Now, Liz isn't looking at my screen, so I'll just describe to her what I'm seeing. But I'm going to pull up a Google Incognito window, and I'm going to search for Prescott SEO, which is a website we've been working on. And I'm not saying this is the most competitive thing in the world, although the people that are ranking for it, they want to rank. Prescott is a pretty ritzy town in northern Arizona, a little bit north of, say, Phoenix or whatever. And anyways, so we've been working on this just for the last couple weeks, ranking for Prescott SEO. And as I pull it up right here, and I'll describe it to Liz, we've got a Facebook page that we have ranked at, I think, number 4. And then we've got, looks like, a Yelp page ranked at number 10. And then I think our web page is still on page 2. So let me check this out and see. Yeah, the web page is on page 3, or sorry, on page 2. It's maybe number 14. And I don't know if the YouTube video is hit just yet. Yeah, it's on page 3, and it's been bouncing between page 1 and page 3. So it's on page 3. We posted it 5 days ago. And again, this is just so you know, no backlinks. We actually did it on purpose, no backlinks. And if we go to youtube.com and I type in Prescott SEO, and I'm not saying this is the most impressive, incredible keyword search phrase in the world, but it is, there it is. So it's actually number 1. It says 4 days ago in Google, and we set up the channel 4 days ago. So it is actually number 1 in YouTube. Sorry, in YouTube, it's number 1 for Prescott SEO, and that's a lot of what you're seeing, Liz. So especially for Amazon, you don't even necessarily need links whatsoever, because a lot of times you're just trying to get it ranked on YouTube for the purposes of making money on Amazon.
Right, and that would be the case with about 70% of the videos that I do. Is they don't require any backlinks at all. And in fact, there's probably maybe only like 10% that I actually have to send them to, and those are like really much more like highly competitive keywords. But with the really simple ones, which is the majority of physical products, you really don't have to put any backlinks towards them at all.
Great. And so what we're doing, you're actually using a technology, and we're going to include a video with Joe Marfolio giving a step-by-step demonstration on how to do this. You're using a technology that's like a Google Hangout. It makes the video go up, even though the video can be created in advance. It acts like a Google Hangout, and those Google Hangouts get ranked literally very quickly. Oftentimes, like in 1 second, you'll be right there.
Right, that's absolutely what I'm doing. I'm using that in conjunction also with a little bit of extra secret sauce, but those two techniques alone are just like crushing it. In fact, just that one technique that Joe's going to teach will definitely get you ranked for almost everything really you need to get ranked for, that as long as it's not in a really competitive niche. It's kind of like absolutely amazing that it's out there and that not a lot of people are actually taking advantage of this technique.
Yeah, and for SEO purposes, just so people know, you can certainly fire backlinks to it, and it'll work just fine. That's one way of doing it. If you do a YouTube video embed on a private blog network site, for example, then that right there is a very powerful backlink to your site. So if you need a little bit more pepper in your sauce to get it moved upwards, then see, because what's cool about this isn't just a fast ranking technique using this Wirecast technology that Joe's going to explain in the second part of this presentation, and you'll see exact step by step. But this is also very powerful for conversion, because this really was a humongous difference maker in your business, because the way that Amazon works, and of course this is going to be a powerful difference maker also when it comes to SEO client consulting or affiliate marketing. So right now we're a little bit focused on Amazon, but with Amazon, like, why the focus on outside traffic? Why not just focus on getting ranked number one in Amazon and using the using the Amazon pay-per-click search engine? Why do you take the time to do outside videos? Why is that worth your time?
Well, as I always like say inside of OMG, I think it's important that people do become an expert inside of Amazon first, and we talk about that all the time in OMG. But the thing that I like to do is I always like to stay a step ahead of my competition. And so basically what I'm building is like a foundation for like a really big brand. And so in order to do that, I'm actually putting out there like a massive amount of really good quality videos, or videos that just look like really genuine. And those videos are in turn getting me like just, it gets out there in social media and people share them and things like that. So it's kind of worked out really well for me. And I imagine that, those videos are sort of like placeholders on the internet. It's like having an actual like mini sort of website on the internet somewhere for your actual product. And they'll be out there for a very long time. So I feel like that the more I load up there, the bigger the brand can be built and the more buzz it gets out about it. And in turn, the results eventually on down the line, they come and they come in the form of making more sales.
Yeah, and we've really helped a lot of people get some serious velocity. First of all, you've helped several of your friends at this point that that they're inside of OMG are now up to the point where they're making. There's a lot of people inside of OMG that are making 6 figures a month with Amazon in terms of total sales, and a lot of them are thriving with these kinds of extra traffic techniques, because the more traffic you send to Amazon, the more traffic Amazon sends back to you. Like, they kind of want to encourage it, so they're giving you more traffic. They're doing retargeting. So if I click on this Elite Serum listing right here, which is one of our listings, then if I go to a different website or a different web page, then if I go to like Drudge Report or something like that, I'll get followed around at least for a couple of days with a little ad that says Elite Serum, click here. You're just kind of a reminder. And of course, the more sales you get, the more sales velocity, the higher up you rank in the Amazon search engine. So it really is, just as a tip for Amazon, people interested in Amazon and thriving in Amazon, then more is more when it comes to Amazon.
Right, absolutely, Mike. I agree with you.
All right, great. Well, Liz, thanks so much for sharing this. I know that this is something that you actually went to. I think it was like a $13,000 mastermind, and you spilled the beans on this Wirecast trick, and people were just freaking out. Jason, my friend Jason, who was running the mastermind, was just going on and on about you and how impressed he was. And there was actually a vote at that event out of 20, I think like 20 very, very successful individuals or something along those lines. Almost everybody voted for you for the the $1,000 prize or whatever it was for the best tip. So I think that people are really getting something here that's extremely valuable and that can make a lot of money. And it's something that's not just valuable for Amazon, but the cool thing about this is it is something that can be used in affiliate marketing and for SEO client consulting as well.
Right. Yeah. It actually, the Jason's mastermind, it happened, it was two back-to-back masterminds, and I won the actual contest at both of those back-to-back, and it was for like not only this technique, but like a continuation of how you can actually use it directly in your Amazon business or just like any business. And like I said, literally the way you did, we ranked them right that minute. So it was like people were really impressed, and they were excited to sort of hear more about it.
Yeah, we're doing more and more crossing like Cod Grammar SEO client consulting with Amazon as well, and really being able to impress people right away with instant results. It's the same thing when you're doing, if you're taking a meeting with a potential client for SEO consulting and you show that you get instant results right away, then that's very, very powerful. And of course, just instant results are better. I mean, if you're doing CPA or affiliate marketing or whatever, obviously getting your link up very quickly and getting your traffic through your affiliate link right away obviously is amazing. So Liz, thanks so much for sharing this. And next we'll have Joe Marfolio will actually walk through the step-by-step for how to do this instant ranking trick.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Joe Marfolio, and in this training I'm going to show you step-by-step how I upload my videos to YouTube using the YouTube Live Events feature. I use this feature because I find it gives me a huge advantage when I'm trying to rank videos both in YouTube and also in Google. This training is going to be I'm going to show you step by step exactly what I do. So here we are in my YouTube. I'm in YouTube right now. I'm in my channel. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to go to Creator Studios. Okay, once I'm in Creator Studios, I'm going to go over to Video Manager, and we're going to hit the Live Events tab. Now, when I hit Live Events, it's going to ask me to schedule a new event. Now, if you have a YouTube channel that you have not phone verified, then it's going to ask you to do a phone verification or to verify your channel before it will let you upload anything to Live Events. It's the same thing with Google Hangouts. You have to have a verified account. It's very, very simple to do. You simply go over to your channel tab, and here status and features. As you can see here, I'm verified, but if I was not verified, it would say, I would hit a button here that would say get verified, and then I would enter my phone number and they would send me a code. So let's get back to live events. So we go to the live events tab. I'm going to schedule a new event. You'll notice here that when we go to live events, it looks very similar to when you upload a YouTube video. It's asking for a title and a description, tags, but there's a couple of things that we want to do right off the bat. First, a lot of times if you log into live events for the first time, this tab will be clicked, which says quick. So what that means is when you run your live events, it's going to go through Google Hangouts. We don't want to do that because we want to upload a pre-recorded video. So we're going to go and we're going to put custom, and then you're going to see here it's going to give us a time. Now the time doesn't matter that much. The only thing that matters is that we put the schedule for some time in the future. So right now it's 3:37 p.m. This is for, so I could leave at 4 p.m. I could put it at 4:30. Anytime after 3:30, I'm fine. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit it for 4:30. And then once this video is uploaded, we want it to be public. So we want to make sure we put this on public, and then we could also share the video on our Google Plus and our Twitter. Now for this demonstration, I've already prepared a video, and this video is going to be for a local business. Okay, it's going to be for a roofing repair business. So I have all my information right here in a notepad. Now this video is for a company. It's called Complete Roofing Solutions. And what I want to rank for is, I want to rank for the term roofing repair contractor in Rockville, Maryland. So since that's my main keyword, when I put my information in the title of the video, I want that to be first. And then I have the phone number. Whenever I'm ranking videos, I always try to have a focused keyword. I don't want to try to stuff my video, or I don't want to try to get it. I don't want to try and make it rank for too many keywords at once. I find if I can find the money keyword and I really focus on that, I have much, much better success. So we're going with roofing repair contractor in Rockville, Maryland. Now, before we can upload our video, we have to put in our title and our description and our tags. And this is very important. And a lot of times I see people not do this correctly. So there's a couple things we want to look at and make sure we're aware of. Is first, the title is very important, because this is going to act as our title tag. So when YouTube, in the search results for YouTube, that title is what's going to be bolden and what's going to stand out. In the search engines, if our video gets to page 1 of Google, what we put here in the title is going to work as our title tag. And then in our description, we obviously want to talk about what the video is about and also have our keywords in here. But the most important part of the description is the first 2 sentences, because usually those first 2 sentences is what Google will pick up as the metadata. So in the search results, it'll show, obviously the title and then the first couple of sentences. So those sentences, we want to describe what the video is about, so people will not only click over, but we also want to put our link in there. And I'll explain more why we want to do that in the first 2 sentences after we upload the video. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my title here. And this video, we want to rank for roofing repair contractor in Rockville, Maryland. And I have our phone number here, so that the reason why I put the phone number is, again, if it shows up in the search engines, sometimes people, they'll just call the number. They won't even watch the video. So we want to make sure that number is very prominent. Then the next is going to be the first 2 sentences. Okay, so here we have here, Complete Roofing Solutions. This is the contractor's name, right? And then I have their phone number. Then I was voted the best roofing service in Rockville, Maryland. Okay, so now I have another keyword here, roofing services, Rockville, Maryland. It's not my exact keyword, right? But it's an LSI keyword and it's related. Then I have my link. Now this link, whenever you're putting a link in YouTube, you want to make sure you put the full link URL, the HTTP : / that way it becomes clickable. If you do not put this in, your link will not be clickable. And then I have, they specialize in residential roofing as well as commercial roofing. So I have a couple more keywords in there. A lot of times I see people uploading videos and they fail to put their contact information either in the title or in these first 2 sentences. And this is really, really important. So then next, I'll just put the rest of my description in here. And I usually like my description to be around 300 words. Now within this description, I'm not going to stuff it, meaning I'm not going to do roofing repair contractor in Rockville, Maryland, over and over again. I'll probably do it. I did it once more in the description, but I also use a lot of related keywords like service, roofing repair, commercial roofing, and I made it fit into the description, meaning I didn't just stuff it. It sounds good. I also did stuff like flat roof repair. Okay, so I have a lot of related stuff in there. But for this video, I want to rank for roof repair Rockville, Maryland, or roof repair contractor. And that's my focus. If I find that if I try to stuff too many keywords, like say I was trying to do roof repair and flat repair roofing, and if you optimize it for too many keywords, a lot of times you don't rank. It's very hard to rank for even a couple of them. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in hashtags. I'm putting in hashtags because once this is uploaded to YouTube Live, it's also going to get uploaded to Google+. And that's where these hashtags are going to come into play. So we want to make sure we put our hashtags, and also I get my keywords here. I know many times if you've been doing this a while, you might have done it, or you've seen people just stack keywords here. Like, so they'll do like every keyword they want to rank for, they stick underneath their description. That was working in the past. In my experience, that doesn't really work anymore. So I do not do that. It looks pretty spammy. So here are my tags. I'm very specific on what I'm going to put in here. Just roofing repair contractor, roofing repair Rockville. That's what I'm looking to rank for this video. So I'm not going to stuff it with all kinds of other keywords. I don't want to gum up the work. So next thing we want to do is we want to go over to the advanced tab. Now if this is for a local business, we want to put in obviously the location. Okay, so we got Rockville, Maryland. All right, so and then you could also change the category. Here I'm doing news and politics. You could put a record date if you want. But this is all I do. If I'm doing local, I put my location in there. Now if we go back to business information, we are going to create the event. So we hit create the event tab. Now our event's been created. It's not live yet, right? It's not live yet, but it has been created. So next thing we want to do is we want to download this piece of software here. It's called Wirecast. And if you click on that banner right here, right, or you can go to telestream.net/Wirecast for YouTube. Easiest way is just to click here. It takes you right to where you want to go. And it gives you some choices here. And the only thing you need is you just need the free version. Okay, you don't need any of these other ones. You just want to download the free version for either Mac or for Windows. Now I have already downloaded it on my computer, and I'm going to show you how to use that. But before I do that, we want to go down and we want to look at some of these other options we have. So here we're going to see this is main camera, okay, and we can add a thumbnail here if we want. I'm not going to add a thumbnail right now. So what's going to happen is Wirecast is actually going to become our main camera. So it's almost going to work like an internal webcam. And I'll show you that in a minute. But first what we want to do here is we want to go down and we want to select a bit rate. Now this bit rate is actually going to be the quality of the video that we're going to upload. One thing to keep in mind with this is the higher the bit rate, or the higher the larger the file of the video is, the more chance of the video becoming choppy when you upload it. Now I'm going to show you a little more of that when we get into Wirecast. But a lot of times if you're creating a video using Camtasia or using other softwares, and if it's professionally done, a lot of times you'll have a very high file size. And what we want to do is we want to shrink that down. There's ways to shrink that video file size down without losing quality, but getting it small enough so it streams fast. Now I've already done that to my video, and I've used a product called Handbrake. It's free, and I have a separate video I'm going to make and show you how I actually shrunk the file size of this video without losing any quality. One of the other determining factors on whether your video is going to stream quickly and smoothly is going to be the size of your computer, the CPU you have available, and also the speed of your internet. So if you're in a situation where your internet's a little slower, or maybe your computer's a little older, I would choose a lower bit rate here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to choose 400. Now keep in mind, if I'm uploading my video to live events, I'm doing it for one reason. I want it to rank. I'm not, if this was going to be the main video on my landing page or for conversion on my landing page, I might just upload it to a different video site like Vimeo, or if I did upload it to YouTube, I would upload it directly to YouTube. But if I'm looking to rank, as long as I have good quality, it's smooth, it's going to be fine. So now once we do the bit rate, it's going to say select an encoder. So we have several choices here. We're going to choose Wirecast for YouTube, and now it gives us some instructions. It says download and install, which we already did. Log in to YouTube, connect to your event. Now I'm going to go through all these steps right now. All right, so now I'm in Wirecast. So the first thing we need to do is we need to connect Wirecast to our YouTube channel. So we want to go to output. We want to go to output settings. Once we're here, we want to click authenticate. And what's going to happen is another screen is going to pop up, and it's right here it is, and it's going to ask us if we want to authorize to connect. So we want to connect to here, local businesses review, and accept. So now once we do that, we're going to see that we are connected. Okay, so we see here's our title, here's our 360p. This is the bit rate we're going to upload it to. So this is all our information. So we want to press OK. Okay, we want to make sure we do that after it uploads that we press OK. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is go here to File, and we want to import media. Okay, and we have our video right here. So I'm going to just click on the video, and I'm going to open it. So now once it's uploaded here, we're going to press on it, and we're going to see that it's playing. Now I muted it because so we don't hear the sound, but we see it's running nice and smooth. And if I unmute it,
All of Washington D.C., Prince George's County, Montgomery County.
okay, so if you can hear that, it's running with no skipping. And how it plays in Wirecast is how it's going to be recorded in YouTube. Because we got to think of Wirecast, like I said, as an internal webcam. So YouTube is actually thinking that Wirecast is our live webcam. So now if you do play it and you find that it's skipping, then it's probably because your file size is too big. So you're going to want to shrink your file size a little bit until it gets to running smooth. But if like I said, if it is running smooth, then we're not going to have any problems. And with this video right now, we're not going to have any issue. The other thing to keep in mind is what'll happen is Wirecast will just keep looping this video, meaning I can't pause it, I can't rewind it. It's just going to keep on playing. So we're going to have to trim the video up a little bit after we have it uploaded, and I'll show you how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this blank shot. And it kind of shuts off that video file, and what's running into the YouTube live event is just going to be this black screen, which is fine. Now the next thing we want to do is it's very important we hit stream. Sometimes I'll leave Wirecast and I'll go into YouTube live and I've forgotten to hit stream, but we'll get a message that say it didn't connect. So very important that you hit stream. Now when we go back to our YouTube live and we go over to the live control room, if we did everything correctly, we should get a green message here that's going to say good. And we did, because we have a preview tab. It says good. Like I said, if we get a red or an error, you just want to go back to Wirecast. Make sure that you have your channel connected and that you are streaming. Now what's happening is that blank shot is actually streaming into our live event. So if we want, we can preview it. I'm just going to press preview here, and what it's doing is actually it's preparing the live stream now. Okay, so now it's prepared, and we can either do, I could press this and it'll preview, that's working, which we already did in Wirecast, so I don't need to do it again. Once we hit start recording, everything's going to start playing live. Now if we hit this view on watch page, you're going to see that our live event is actually, we already have a URL. So we see here that the video page is already up, and it says here standby, starting, the live event will be starting soon. So now remember when I told you about how important the first two lines are? So I'm going to show you right here what I meant by that. So when we go down, and if someone's looking at the description, the only thing they see is the first two sentences. They don't see the whole description unless they push show more. Now, if you're in internet marketing, you know to press show more, but the average person might not know that. So we want to make sure that whatever we're doing, we have our call to action, our phone number here either in the title. We want it and also in the description if possible, and our clickable link. And also from here, if you want, you can even embed this event on your website. You can embed this on other properties if you want, before the live event even starts. Okay, so now we're back in the control room, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to press start streaming. Okay, and let's see. Okay, the event is starting. Okay, now it's starting. So now what's happening is that event what you're actually seeing is it's just running this blank page. So when I hit roofing, okay, it's going to run through the video. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this video loop a couple times, and I'm going to just pause this while I'm letting the video run. And just while it's running, I just want to show you, here's the page, and you can see that the video is actually running live right here as we're watching it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, now that I'm pretty confident that the video has run through, and I have a full length, I'm going to press stop streaming. Now that's it. The streaming has the live event has ended. I'll just go in here and I'll press stop streaming, and I can close this out. I am actually done with this piece of software. Okay, so now if we go back to the YouTube page, we're going to press play. We're going to see, okay, so now the first part of this video, we have this blank shot, and then the video comes. Now what we're going to have to do next is we're going to go in and we're going to actually trim up this video. We're going to get rid of the black spot, and since we let it loop, we're going to have some extra spaces here in the back. So in order to do that, I'm going to go back to Creator Studio. I'm going to go to Video Manager. Okay, we can go to Videos. Okay, so then we're going to go to Video Manager. Now, you see here it says no videos were found. What usually happens when you run a live event, it takes sometimes 10, 15, maybe a half an hour before the video actually shows up in your channel. It's been about 10 minutes and the video appeared, so we're going to hit edit. So now here I have a choice. I could choose different thumbnails. I'm going to choose this one right in the middle. I could also upload a custom thumbnail if I want to. What we want to do is go to enhancement. Once we're in enhancement, we want to go here to trim. So when we're here in the trim section, we can actually trim the front and the back of the video. So what you do is you just simply move this bar up, and what I want to do is I want to get to the beginning. Remember, since we kind of looped around, so I want to get to the beginning. So let's press play. Okay, so I know that's right where the last one ended. The new one picked up. So I'm just bringing in just a little bit.
Hello, my name's Chris.
Okay, so we see we got the beginning right here.
Hello, my name's Chris Onifray. I am with.
And then what I want to do is I want to get the end. So you can kind of see it, right?
Visiting our site, and have a great day.
All right, so right there, 206 is where we ended. Okay, that's where we're going to end now. There, perfect. So now, if we look at the end, right?
Thank you very much for visiting our site, and have a great day.
Okay, so that's perfect. So now, what I did was I trimmed the front and I trimmed the back. So now I just have the full video right here, and I'm going to press done.
Hello, my name's Chris.
Okay.
Onifray.
Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to press save. It might take a while. So what usually happens is this. Now, once you save it, if you go back to your video, right, it's going to say edit in progress, or if you click on it, it takes a while for the edits to take effect. So don't get nervous. Don't be like, hey, how come my screenshot's not showing up? So it'll take a little while, and then you'll see the edits will be done. You'll see the snapshot will be here in the video, so it'll all come together. So I just refreshed the video. I paused it. It's been about, I don't know, about 15 minutes. So we see it looks like everything is
Hello, my name's
complete.
Chris Onifray.
Okay, we see the trim is done. It's already trimmed. And we look at the quality. The quality's pretty good enough. It's really smooth. And if we go into YouTube and I'm logged out, okay, so now we just uploaded this, probably been 30 minutes. Okay, here we see we're already number one. Okay, here, and then if we go to Google, right here where we put it in roof repair, and we're logged out here, well, so we already made it to page 1 of Google for my main keyword, and I haven't even backlinked it yet. So for roofing repair contractor in Rockville, Maryland, I'm already on page 1. It's going to be very easy to get this up to number 1. That's why I like the Google Live event so much, because we get this huge boost in ranking power. And if we look at this, you'll see, just like I said, here's our title tag. It's our title. And then our meta description is actually the description that we put, in the first couple of sentences of our video. And 2, now even if we take off the in, right, and we just do roofing repair contractor, okay, look, we see our videos here. It's actually higher. So, I mean, this is a great technique. Imagine if this was a prospect of yours and he was thinking about going with you, and he had a video, and you spent about 20 minutes, a half an hour, and then you called up and said, hey, remember that video you made last year that got no traffic? Google roofing repair contractor, Rockville, Maryland. Here's your video. That's a great way to really close something. I've closed a lot of deals just doing that.
Hey everyone, it's Greg here, and you already got instructions on how, the best way to upload a video and optimize it. And, what you already learned will actually get you pretty far in the search engines just alone by itself, especially if you're in local niches, medium to low level local niches or long tail affiliate keywords. This can actually rank you pretty well. You may see yourself pop on third, fourth, or fifth page, but it will slowly move up over time, even without links in a lot of cases. All right, but there is times when you're going to need links on top of that, and I'm going to show you the ways you can get links, what we recommend, and what to pay attention to. So there's a site called Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr.com. It's just Fiverr with 2 R's on the end. And there's a couple types of gigs that you can order for YouTube videos that I like, and that's stuff like that has Web 2.0 type stuff in it, and lower amounts of links but higher quality. Okay, you used to be able to go into Fiverr and just order like 10,000 blog comments, and it would work fine. But now that's not working as well. You have to get the higher quality links, lower amounts of them, and then of course get your anchor text correct. Which the anchor text is the text of the link. All right, so if there's a link that says, if this was a link right here and it was clickable and it went to a website, the anchor text would be positive rating, okay, as you see right here. So anchor text is just what the text says of a link. And that's, Google puts a lot of weight on that for whether your property ranks or not, in this case a YouTube video, because that identifies what that property is about. But on the other end of that, you can also go overboard with it. So if you have too much of a specific anchor text keyword, then you're going to end up getting penalized. Not nearly as likely with YouTube videos, because YouTube is so popular. They have something we call a high demand authority because they're a popular website, but it can still happen. All right, so I'm going to show you some specific gigs that you can order. They cost $5, and they will definitely help your website rank, or your YouTube video rank better. The first one, you can go in here and search this guy. His name is C_Stort. Let me actually zoom in. You can see right here, C_Stort. And then this gig right here is called I will SEO backlinks that are safe and powerful for $5. All right, and in his description down here, he tells you what he does. They embed your video into 14 plus Web 2.0s, and if you don't know, embedding your video on a website can help it rank better, and I do it all the time. And then he goes on to describe what they do here. They're not doing thousands and thousands of links. They're doing lesser amounts of links on higher quality sites. So this is the type of thing that we're looking for, especially if we're using Fiverr. We don't want to be going after the tons and tons of links ones, like 10,000 blog comments. We want stuff like this, and you can actually use this gig. Now, I mentioned anchor text. In this case, when you order, he's going to ask you for the URL of the property. So if it's a YouTube video, you give him, go to the YouTube video, then copy the URL that appears when you go to the YouTube video and give him that. And then he's also going to ask for 3 keywords. So just give him, I usually like to do the main keyword I'm trying to rank for, and then 2 broader keywords. So if I'm trying to rank for, like, let's say Detroit search engine optimization, I'll give them maybe Detroit search engine optimization and then I might give him like Detroit SEO, and then just something like search engine optimization, by itself. So maybe I'll give him one or two broad terms, and in this case, two money terms, and then one broad term. Or you could go, Detroit SEO, and then the other two you could do SEO and then like marketing. Okay, so that would be just one specific and two general. But I like to not do as many keyword optimized anchor texts, especially if they're very similar, just to stay safe, especially with a gig like Fiverr. And that's just what I recommend for you guys for a gig like this. Okay, so again, you can order this. It'll be $5. Give them the URL you want to rank. Give them a keyword or two, and then maybe give them two keywords. Okay, so if you're trying to rank for Detroit SEO, you'd give them Detroit SEO, Detroit search engine optimization, and then just something like marketing or search engine optimization by itself. All right, so that's a good way to do it for this gig. And then he'll also go ask you for an article. If you have one, you don't have to include it. If you don't include it, he'll give you one. Okay, most people will probably just let him do it, and he'll spin it and all that stuff. Alright, so here's the first gig you can use. Again, this guy's name is C_Stewart. Another one here is by a guy named Salman Aslam. Okay, SALMAN ASLAM. And then this one is just, I will create over 50 high PR Web 2.0 profile backlinks to your website, blog, or video for $5. Okay, I forget specifically what this guy asked for when he gives it, but just again, when you're giving him your keywords to rank for, if he says you can have as many keywords as you want, don't give him a whole big list of keywords that are all very similar. Okay, we're trying to stay away from that, even though we'll probably get away with it with YouTube. The way that SEO is heading, it could not work further down the road. So your video could end up ranking, then lose ranking. So we're just playing it safe, and this is the best way to do it, in my opinion. Okay, but I forget exactly what he asked for. It's probably very similar to this other one here. But that's another one that you can order, this one right here. Alright? And if you're going to order other gigs, just order stuff like this where it's, 50 or less links, maybe 100. I would stay below 50. And just the higher quality stuff like Web 2.0, social, stuff like that. Alright? Stay away from 10,000 blog comments, 10,000 GSA links, stuff like that. And it's not to say that doesn't work. It's just I would stay away from that stuff, especially on Fiverr. They usually don't know how to get the anchor text correctly with that many links, and then also there could be a lot of low quality links mixed in, footprints. There's a lot of problems that can come in when there's too many links like that in those big gigs, or in those gigs with a lot of links. So that's the first way you can do it, and this will help your video move. The other way you can do it is something called private blog networks. Okay. Now, a private blog network is basically, it's a term used to describe either one site or more of sites that harness the power of an older site for your own use. Okay, so let me give you an example. So if I had a very, let's say an established coffee shop in Nashville, all right? For some reason, I decided to shut the coffee shop down. The coffee shop had a website. It was like, NashvilleBruhaha.com, something like that. But when I shut it down, or as I was running this website, it was very popular in Nashville. So, a lot of sites in Nashville linked to me, linked to my website. Links harness power, okay? The more powerful the websites are that are linking to you, the better that power is going to be. So let's say I had a lot of good websites linked to me. Even, let's say, Nashville.gov linked to me. They said, hey, if you ever visit Nashville, we highly recommend NashvilleBruhaha.com. It's one of our big tourist attractions for coffee. Stuff like that. So, and there's tons of these sites all around. And, of course, it goes beyond coffee. There can be, other old businesses, government type agency sites that went out of business, conferences, sites that were set up for like a conference. I mean, the list goes on and on for sites that are out there that expire every day. So for some reason I decided to shut down the coffee shop, which means the website ends up getting shut down. Or maybe I pass away. I'm the business owner and I pass away and the website just doesn't renew because I own the website and now no one's there to renew it. So whatever the case, the website does not renew, which means it then goes to auction. Okay, during this auction, people like us can pick up these websites and harness the power of them to link to stuff like our YouTube video. Remember, even though the website expires, all the people that are linking to it or linking to that website are still powering that website. So even if the website's not up, that website has power. So we can take it, put up a new website, and harness the power going to it from those links. You know, again, say Nashville.gov's linking to us and a whole bunch of Nashville businesses. Most of those people are never going to realize that this place went out of business, or if they do, they're not going to remember they have a link to it. Or if they even remember that, they're not going to go and change the link or take down links. It's just the way it works. Most people don't. I've been doing this for a long time. So most of those links are going to stay in place or go on that website. So this website is still powered, but no one's using it, right? So we can go into auction and pick up this website and then harness that power by linking to our YouTube video, all right? So, again, all these links from these Nashville places, they're linking to NashvilleBrewhaha.com. We can take that NashvilleBrewhaha.com, buy it at auction, put up a new website on it, just set it up on some type of hosting, and then link out to our YouTube video with relevant content. So if you had a video on, let's say, how to build a batting cage, right? You would want to have put up. You would want to get the site on hosting, okay? So you'd buy the domain. It would go to a set registrar, wherever it is, and they'll give you login information for it. You would go and set up hosting for it, okay? Set it up on hosting just like you would any other website. And then install WordPress. Put up content on baseball or batting cages, something like that. And in that content, you link out to your YouTube video on how to build a batting cage, because it's now relevant content on that site, and all of these links are still going to that site, you're harnessing that power, all right? You're changing the topic, but it's still got link juice going to it. So that's what it's actually called an auction domain. That's part of a private blog network. You can also get expired domains or deleted domains, they call them, and these are domains that never get picked up at auction. They get recycled into the regular domain pool, so you can pick them up anywhere like Namecheap.com, GoDaddy, for regular domain price, but they still have a lot of links going to them. It's just no one ever picked it up in the auction phase, so it gets recycled, the age gets reset, and it ends up being a deleted or an expired domain. So you can also get them as well. They're cheaper, but they're usually not as high quality, all right? Now, two places you can find these domains are, this first one is free. It's expireddomains.net. You can mess around on here. This is what it looks like when you log in. Okay. And then the second one that I like to use is called Register Compass. And this one is $37 a month. But you can really get a lot of different filters you can use to really help. Okay. And I'm going to show you some just to help you for anyone that wants to mess around with this. So I usually do, make sure it's indexed. Okay. You don't want a de-indexed site. And then domain age, I like to do less than 2013. So at least has a couple years of age on it. Domain authority, you can do over 19. Okay. Then you can do expires in the next, whatever you want to do. If you want to look every 7 days. And I usually look at Namejet and GoDaddy. Snap I don't do as much anymore because they go to weird registrars. But let's just say Namecheap, pre-release. So I'll either do Namejet pre-release or I'll do GoDaddy public. Those are the two I do. All right. Well, let's actually do GoDaddy public since we have it set. And then we'll go find domains. And this will show us all the domains that are in auction phase that are between our filters. Domain authority of 20 or greater, older than 2013, and then they're indexed in Google. What did I miss? Why is nothing coming up? Alright, so I think I was just logged in too long. I just hit the dashboard, went back, did the same filters, searched again, and I got 2,774 auction domains that show up for that. Here's the expired domains you can look at as well. Again, these usually aren't as high quality, but you can get them cheaper. Okay, so I'm just going to go check out the auction domains. and this would load up all 2,700 plus of the domains that fit our filters. And then from here, you can organize a lot of different ways. Some people do by age, some people do by price, some people do by when it's expiring. I usually do by the domain authority. So organized by domain authority. And then what you can do is you can start going into these sites and just checking out the backlinks to them. And what I recommend you look for is sites that have backlinks where they look natural. Okay, so for example, if it is a site on environment type stuff, and you can tell with the anchor text usually, then you want to make sure that the links are coming from relevant sites, like stuff that would cover stuff about the environment. Okay, so let's go and just take a look at one. So this one, no, not that one. And you can tell a lot by the name of the domain too. Like for example, I wouldn't go after something like make money online, because I want something that's more natural. Or like shoesretails.com. That's not going to have a lot of natural links to it. Like someone building this website would do so to make money. Okay, I'm looking more for websites where people build them to provide value to the internet, because that's the type of sites that get natural links. All right, so let's go down here. Alright, so here's one right here. It's at $12. Actually, let's go to a different page. Let's go to page 9. Because sometimes these higher domain authority ones can be a little tricky. So I'm just going to go a little deeper just to show you an example of what I look for. So now we're in the domain authority 29. Let's see. Again, what I'm doing right now is kind of looking at the domain names. I'm looking for stuff that, for domains that look like they would help provide good information to the internet, because those usually have good links going to them. Okay, here's one right here. It's at $17. It's a PR2. Looks like it's in science and biology, which usually is okay. What I use sometimes is SEO Site Explorer, but you can use any tool that looks at backlinks, but we'll bring this up in Open Site Explorer. And then we just want to look at the quality of the links. And things you can look for are stuff like the anchor text. So you wouldn't want a whole bunch of anchor text that said like buy Cialis and stuff. So look out for the spammy anchor text. And then you just want stuff from sites that look like they are on a relevant topic. Okay. So this actually has a link from an EDU site. That's a good thing. You can go and check out that link. A lot of directory type sites. So not the highest quality, but this site would probably work. Okay, so let's go take a look at one more. I'll try to find a really high quality one. So this looks like maybe like an old city website, like for an official city. That's actually a redirect. Be careful of these redirects. See how it says it redirects from this URL to another URL? You'd want to actually click here to see the links going to the actual website we're looking at. And you always want to check the www version too, because they're different URLs. Right? Just remember, this is it looks like a website that would be on like some type of city. So we're looking for relevant backlinks to that. And we kind of see that. Like you can see, links from Ancestry.com, Irish Central, Immigrant, calendar of events, Arkansas Celtic Music Society. And again, it's linking to a location. These are Irish, again, something with Irish. So it looks like this website used to be about something Irish, maybe an Irish city or something like that. Yeah, you see right here, Irish Cultural and Sports Center. So this actually looks these are what relevant links look like. Natural relevant links. Okay, so this would actually probably be a good site to go with as well. All right, so that's what type of stuff you want to look for in blog network sites. I know that's pretty quick. Of course, we have more in-depth training in other places, but that's just a general. If you want to actually take it a step further and go with more powerful links, then this is what the type of stuff you can look at. You can go this which is Register Compass, again, $37 a month. Or you can even do it for free at expireddomains.net. Just be careful, the sites you get. Make sure they have quality links going to them. And then once you get the website, it will be set up again in a registrar. Whoever it was with, they'll give you the login information. You want to get the website up on hosting. Okay, make sure each is on. I like to put each site on a different host if you're using multiple websites to link to the same property. And then for anchor text from your PBNs, you can do more keyword related because they're higher quality links and you're not going to be needing as many links. So, for example, if you get 3 PBNs and you're linking to a YouTube video, you can usually do 3 keyword optimized anchor text, okay? So you could do Detroit SEO, Detroit Search Engine Optimization, and then like SEO in Detroit, and that'd be fine for a YouTube video. If you want to be extra safe, you can do 2 keyword and then maybe one link with just the YouTube video in there, or a YouTube embed, something like that, where you just embed the YouTube video on the PBN. But with PBNs, I do use more keyword rather than the Fiverr gigs, where they do a lot more generic type anchor text. All right. So hopefully this video was helpful. Again, most of you will likely just be going with these Fiverr gigs. Again, the information you got on setting up the video and just that initial setup is very powerful, and it'll get you rolling pretty good. And then a lot of you probably will just need these Fiverr links to get over the bump. If you're in more competitive markets, you're going to need to start going to the private blog networks and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So again, hopefully this video was helpful, and I will talk to you all soon.
So again, just wow, that is stuff that you will not see anywhere else, and that is just kind of everyday kind of stuff in OMG. So all in all, I want to make one last call to action right here. You need to register for these webinars right here. We're going to be sharing all sorts of stuff like this, all the tactics, how they go out there and do this. And you're also going to have a chance to join OMG as well. Now, these are going to be webinars where we go out there and we're going to be teaching you a lot. And there will be an offer to join OMG. It is not super cheap. I'm just going to lay it out there. It's not super cheap, but it's something I firmly believe you should join if you want to get serious about your SEO. Hundreds of people from SourceWave have joined this. And as you will see in the webinars, there are literally hundreds of people making anywhere from $10,000 per month all the way up to $400,000 per month. Cotton joined OMG through me. Remember the guy from last episode making over $400K a month, or close to. I didn't get his exact tax stub, but that's where he's at right now. And 2 years later, you see the results like that. So all in all, this has been Becker. If you want to catch more episodes like this, you just enjoy free training like this, be sure to subscribe to the Source TV YouTube channel. We'll be getting into more cool stuff next week, but we're also going to be doing these webinars. They're going to be on the YouTube channel as well for you to check out. So without any more being said, I think you get the gist of it. Register below, and I'll see you in the webinars next week. If you do not register, I will send a bag of gorilla poop to your door, and you'll be like, I'm actually very impressed. How did he get my address? I know things. Okay. All right, so I won't actually send you gorilla poop, but I will see you in the webinars. Until then, take it easy. This is Becker. Stay out of jail, and stay sourcey. Yeah. All right, I'll see you next time.